So the game I'm playing today is called Circa Infinity. This game is not easy to describe by just showing you the title screen, so I think I'm better off just diving right into the action and trying to explain the best I can from there. So how's about we just go and do that? Sure, screw it, why the heck not? So we're just going to select a level right here. Yeah, let's just, okay, wait, I pressed the wrong button. I'm already screwing this up. Okay, wait a second. I need to go here. Okay, there we go. I was doing that incorrectly. Alright, professionalism at its finest. Anyway, so yeah, this is, Circa Infinity. Now, what exactly is this monstrosity of a game? Well, this is a 2D platformer that involves circles. As you can see, you are running around a circle. You can go inside the circle, and you, change color, your colors become inverted, and there's this circle right here that's just kinda floating above your head. You can jump into it, and look at that, you've entered another circle. So, yeah, it's basically, this really bizarre 2D platformer well, I don't really know how else to describe it. I'm not even sure if there's, like, a story in this game or something, if there's some sort of plot, but it's just a really strange platformer that came out on Steam a couple years ago. I really don't know how to describe it. Like, this game is just frigging bizarre. But you control this pixelated dude right here, and he's just jumping through circles. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I really can't. There's enemies here, as you can see. So I mean, you're not alone in this world. So, you know, there's some obstacles that you need to avoid. Running into these enemies will just take you back to the previous circle. So basically what we're doing here is that there's 10 levels in each part, or the game is split into parts, which consists of 10 levels and then a boss fight. Your objective is to get to the end of the part, complete every single part in the game, complete all the levels and kill all the bosses, much like a lot of other platformers. But, I mean, the mechanics are really unique. Definitely. Well, I mean, not the whole mechanics of jumping right here, so this move that I'm doing right here allows me to actually enter the circle. As you can see, there's a little bit of a piece that's separated from the inner circle right here. This is the part that I can enter. Now, the game starts off easy at first, but it does get a lot trickier over time. You can jump over these guys, by the way. The controls can get a little bit tricky as well. Like, for instance, when you're on top of the circle, the controls actually become inverted, so when you press the left arrow key, you actually move to the right, and when you press the right arrow key, you move to the left. But when you're upside down, the controls are just normal. So, these enemies right here are actually moving around, so you gotta try your best to avoid them. Of course, you don't want to hit them while you're trying to enter the circle, because that would be really bad. There's also some enemies that appear later on in the game that have the same ability as you. Yeah, I have a terrible time, but that's just because I'm trying to explain the mechanics right here. But yeah, there are some enemies that can do this same attack as you. Well, it's not really an attack, because the thing is, you can't kill any of the enemies in the game, you just need to avoid them at all costs. But some of them can actually move in and out of the circle, and some of them will be actually blocking the entrance into the circle, so what you have to do is that you just need to, well, wait for them to get the heck out of the way. Basically, the time to act would be while they're transitioning to the outer circle. So, yeah, this part right here is not always safe, because there can be enemies that appear outside this area as well. I do believe the enemies that are moving around on top of me right here, I can't actually hit them, because I cannot jump when I'm outside a circle right here. But when I go inside, then I can start jumping again. I mean, I could just wait until the inner circle, or this floating circle, comes back around, so that I don't have to keep jumping over the enemies. So I could do that. There's a little bit of an emphasis on speedrunning, I guess you could say. And yeah, I'm sorry, like, I'm having a really hard time describing this, because this game is just so, like, it's so weird and strange and unlike anything I've ever seen before that I just don't know what to say about it. I mean, the inverted controls are not really that confusing, and the game's not that hard at first. I have played this a little bit off screen. I did play up until the second part. Part 2 is when it does get very difficult, and there is also another game mode in this game as well, that wasn't originally in the game at first. It was added a few months after the game had been released, but it's basically like a score attack mode that I will show off later on. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it. So the objective is just to get to the end of the part. You're just completing levels, jumping through circles, and I mean, that's the whole game. That's the whole game right there, guys. Obviously, you have to avoid the enemies. Sometimes there's like these bats that appear to have human heads, so yeah, the enemies are kind of disturbing, I guess you could say. But geez, what more is there to say about this game, honestly? I think I've just described the whole game to you in like 5 minutes. This is text wormhole all over again. So yeah, there's this psychedelic circle that you just have to jump into, and there you go, you beat the level. So it does time you. What you want to do is that you have to try and complete all the levels without dying, because I believe if you do that, you can get a reward. There's a bunch of achievements in the game as well, 75 of them, as a matter of fact, or at least I think that's the amount. But unlike some other Steam games I play, they are actually quite difficult to achieve, and when you do finally manage to collect them, it really does feel as if you've accomplished something, and they're not just handing the achievements out to you like candy. You gotta work for them in this game. Of course you do. I mean, that's if you're gonna add achievements in the game, you might as well make players work for it and not just give them to you for you know, performing mundane tasks like, oh, just play the game for this amount of time. No, you have to. You really gotta work for it or die this amount of times. You know, the game's basically rewarding you for being crap, and I'm being crap right now because I just died right there. So yeah, as you can see, when you hit an enemy, you just go back to the circle you were previously in. Other than that, there's not really any checkpoints in any of the levels, but since it just pushes you back to the circle you were previously in, not a major catastrophe at all. Of course, if you do want to collect all those achievements, you have to try and beat all the levels without dying, and you want to beat them in a specific amount of time as well. So yeah, these enemies right here, as you can see, they can move in and out of the circle. So as you can see, they're going outside. So as you can see, they can definitely hurt me now, but they're not blocking the entrance, so that's okay. That's fine. I don't need to worry about them. But sometimes they can also move and transition between circles as well. So that's not ideal. That's not really ideal in the slightest. Oh geez. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, the game can get really disorienting after a while, especially when you have all these guys here. Oh god. I gotta run. I gotta run. Okay, there we go. I think I am safe in here. Oh, please let me out. There we go. Very good indeed. I don't understand why there are some circles that just have no enemies whatsoever. I can just stay in here. I don't need to move at all. I can just be cheap if I want. I can move with the enemies right here. Yeah, so first few levels really not hard. Enemy patterns are very easy to understand and remember, of course. But I'm probably the only thing I'm probably gonna do in this video, guys, is just complete the first part right here, because I don't really plan on completing the second part. Yeah, see, these guys were blocking the entrance, but if I just wait for them to get out of there, then I can move back in. What I want to do is that I want to wait until they're transitioning, because that's when their hitboxes disappear. So that's your time to strike. That is your time to strike. So just wait for this. Also, you might want to move away from them as well, so that you don't get hit by them again. So I've already played the game, so I mean this doesn't disorient me anymore. Of course, I've become familiar with the way that the game's controls work. So they do become inverted when you're right side up, essentially. But if you just keep on going to the right here, like just holding down right, you just keep on going right. So it's not that confusing. It's still very easy to learn regardless. So just jump through this circle right here, and then we're almost out of the war zone right here. Oh geez, okay, hang on a second. Just wait for that guy to disappear, then jump right through. Very good indeed. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what the story of this game is, but basically you're this guy, I don't know, trapped in this nightmare of some sort. I have no idea how he got here. I mean, the game's description on Steam is not really that descriptive either. It just says it's a mind-melting circular platformer with pulse-pounding music, and I mean, I definitely like the music in this game, for sure. And it's definitely mind-melting mechanics, for sure. Although, well, I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that, because the mechanics are not that confusing to understand. I mean, there's these enemies that jump, by the way, so what you want to do is that just go into the circle as they're jumping, or you can move through them while they're jumping. That way they won't be able to hurt you. There's so much crap going on right now that I'm, like, getting distracted by everything. So I'm sorry if my descriptions of things are not, very, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess, coherent? Yeah, that's the word. Okay, hang on a second. I don't want to jump right here. There's a little gap that I can make my way through. Very nice indeed. There's a gap in the bats. Also, I want to wait for these guys to jump so I can actually get into the gap right here. There we go. There's a wide open area that I can just jump right on through. Yeah, and this game does also have very good reviews. I think it was something that I remember hearing about a while ago, and I decided to pick it up during the Steam Autumn Sale for $5. That's its normal price. Why did I move to the right when there was obviously a way that I could have... Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, see, and this is also another thing, because with games like this, it's like, if I want to perform the best, I pretty much have to shut my mouth and concentrate on the game. Otherwise, I'm gonna make all sorts of dumb mistakes. Especially when I'm upside down right here, because then the controls become inverted. So, I mean, it can be a little bit confusing, I guess. But once you get used to the game's controls, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there on. Now, this is going to require a little bit of concentration, though, because I need to move through these guys while they're all jumping. And just, yeah, jump into the circle right here. So, it does seem very, very easy right now, but it gets hard in part 2. Like, it just ramps up the difficulty almost instantly. So, I'm gonna, okay, I should okay, just start moving downwards to the left, and just jump into this circle. Okay, you guys get out of here. There we go. I wanna move on through here. And then I wanna jump in here, then I wanna get out of here. And then I think I just wanna stay in, yeah, this little gap where enemies do not exist, or they're not moving around at the very least. And I got out of there. I could probably be doing this in a much better time, but I've already completed the first part of the game, so I already know what I am up against. Yeah, you got these, larger bats, and as you saw right there, I just made another mistake, because, as you can see, they're kind of, well, actually, hang on a second. You can duck underneath them. Yes, that's another, another way you can use this, this little... I don't know, it's not an attack, because you can't attack the enemies. Oh my god, why am I not paying attention here? But yeah, it's like a little crouching move, I guess you could say, to go underneath the bats, because these bats do not move. So what you gotta do, yeah, you just have to use the arrow keys. You can use either the up arrow or the down arrow in order to do this little move right here. When you're inside the circle, you can't do it, because all you can do after that is just jump. So there's not really anything more you can do. And then they start moving in the later circles, so you have to move along with them. So the game forces you to move your ass. Can't be lazy in the later levels. You can be in the first few, but then it's telling you no. You have to keep moving. You can't hesitate like I'm doing right now. Holy crap, dude! Here, jump on through this. There we go. Okay, I think I just wanna... Oh god, okay. Yeah, try not to stare at this for too long either, otherwise it will probably, lead to either a migraine or you getting hypnotized. So, just be cautious when playing this, holy crap. But I do really like the aesthetic here. The art style is really, really darn cool. It has style, definitely. Even though it is a lot like most indie games nowadays, where it's just like, oh, this is 8-bit style. 8-bit style, that's how you know it's an indie game. As I mentioned before, it's like, I really do like pixel graphics, but if they're not done in a unique way, then I just feel like, you know, it's indie for the sake of being indie. As I mentioned in the video I made of Mint, it kind of feels like you're pandering to all the nostalgia tards out there. But, you know, when it's done in a very unique way, then I don't mind it. Let's just jump into this circle right here. Okay, I can go right here, actually. That's not an issue. That's not an issue in the slightest. But yeah, other than that, it's extremely bizarre, but it's still a really, really cool little platformer. It's definitely something that I've never seen done before. Like, I've never seen a platformer like this in my entire life. I mean, you could argue that its mechanics, like running around a circle right here, could derive from Super Mario Galaxy, but other than that, it's pretty darn unique. It's pretty darn unique. So, that's it for the first 10 levels. Very good indeed, and I didn't die as well. So then after the first 10 levels of the part you just completed, you get to fight a boss. Now, the boss of part 1, pretty simple. So, as you can see, he's going to appear red, but then he's going to start crying tears of blood and then turn black. Now, when he turns black, that's when you can attack him. So you just stay in the middle right here, you can jump on him, and you do that little attack. Well, actually, no, that can be used as an attack, but only against the bosses. And he's a pretty simple boss overall, so all you gotta do is just avoid these guys that are just running around the entire screen, and then when you have an opening, just attack him 3 times, and there you go, he's just done. And then you have this really neat effect, which I don't know. I don't know if I should put like an epilepsy warning here as well, because I mean, because the effect is moving so fast, yeah, it could potentially lead to seizures if you have photosensitive epilepsy. So if you do have that disorder, then I don't know, you might want to just avoid this game altogether. But we are in the second part right here. I'm not going to bother with part 2, however. I think I'm just going to try and exit out of here now. So, you saw the first part of the game, pretty darn simple. But now what we're going to go to is Circa Infinity, which is the score attack game mode of Circa Infinity. Also, I just got a new item in my inventory. Not like I give a crap, because I never have. So then I just, for some reason, when you're playing in windowed mode, whenever you're switching to Circa Infinity, it always goes back to full screen, which doesn't make any sense. So press start to play, your character just kind of falls through the world. So, what you can do here is that, I believe you can unlock palette colors, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, what is this, exactly? Wait, does that mean I can just start back from round 15? I only played Circa Infinity once off screen, by the way. And that's the score I got, 15. Oh yeah, and when you pause the game, you get this. Because that's not disturbing at all. I think I want to go here, right? Okay, no, these are how you change the palette colors. But I don't think I unlocked any of them, so... Actually, how did I do this again? I know this just goes back to Circa Infinity. Yeah, I don't know why this is called Circa Infinity and the game itself is Circa. Okay, no, I think I do just want to go to I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So as the game progresses, it'll get significantly more difficult. And also, again, you need to keep on moving, because as you can see, the screen is zooming out, but if your character goes off the screen, I do believe they die. So you want to keep moving through as many circles as you possibly can, and if you go through enough circles, you can unlock different palette colors. You know, if you're getting bored of the normal palette color right here, I just died for like no reason. Well, because I was being an idiot and not paying attention. Yeah, you get these nice colors, all neon, because it looks like N++ now. Because every game I've been playing nowadays seems to, I don't know, for some reason it just reminds me of that game. The palette colors. I don't know, Brute reminded me of it with the palette colors of some of its levels, even though its palette colors were mostly random. But yeah, just this nice neon aesthetic. Yeah, this like solid magenta color against like the yellow enemies, because that's not eye straining in the slightest. That doesn't hurt my eyes at all. Okay, just wait for that guy to move. Oh, good. Oh, please. Let me, oh, God. Okay. I was trying to jump into the circle right there, but then for some reason I suddenly flinched and moved to the right, then I ran into an enemy. Yeah, so it's kind of like getting experience points almost. The more circles you pass through, the more palette colors you can unlock. It has nothing to do with your score, just pass through a certain number of circles and then you'll unlock the palette colors. You don't have to get to a certain level in order to do so. It's like like a combination of all the levels you've managed to pass. I also don't know if Circa Infinity has randomly generated levels. I'm not sure if they are completely random every time you play them. Kind of feels like it, because I don't think I'm getting the same enemy patterns as I was before. Let's see if I can try and beat my score, possibly. Okay. Oh, go over this way, because it's moving back around anyway. Oh, get in. Oh, good God, the game's lagging. Oh, the game's freaking out. Oh, dude, should I, wait, that's not gonna hurt me, because he's, yeah, okay. Because he has a different outlet. Okay, what is happening right now? Good God. Good God, not even the game can handle this. Why did I jump there? I mean, I saw the enemy above my head. Why did I... Why? Why did I make that decision? Here's a different palette color. Oh, it's all blue now. It's blue and orange. I don't even understand what the point of this is. Like, the point of unlocking different palette colors. I mean, like I said, if you're getting tired of seeing red and black all the time, you want to spice things up, then I guess I can understand it, but other than that, I don't get the point of this. I don't get the point of those unlocks. But that's pretty much what Circa Infinity is, guys. It's just a score tag game mode. Like I said, this was not originally part of the game. This was added in later on, like sometime last year, I believe. And it's pretty fun, I would say. Don't really get the point of the unlockable palette colors, but still, I don't mind it. I could understand it if you just want to see some different colors in the game for once, if you're just getting tired of the usual red and black. So, you know, just want a little bit of a change, but I mean, it doesn't affect the gameplay, so that's the only aspect about it I don't understand. You know, unlocks that don't actually affect the gameplay, just the colors. Also, why are there just exclamation marks all over the place all of a sudden? Okay, I'm just gonna try this one more time, and then I think after that I'll actually end the video, guys, because that's pretty much what Circa Infinity is. See, I'm getting it. See, I'm getting the name of the game confused. Because you decide to call the score attack game mode Circa Infinity, but the game itself is called Circa, and now it's just messing with my head, much like the game itself. So definitely a psychedelic little platformer right here. That's pretty much all I can say about it, guys. I mean, what more is there to say? It's weird. It's weird, but it's very enjoyable. And the enjoyable kind of weirdness is always the good weirdness. What am I even talking about right now? See, this is what happens when I basically describe a game within 5 minutes of starting the video, and then for the next 20 minutes that I'm playing it, I literally can't think of anything else to say, so I start saying all sorts of stupid shit in order to fill in time. That's great. Well, that's pretty much like every video that I've ever made, but whatever. I'm just gonna try this one last time here to see if... Okay, don't jump. Because I was about to. Okay, there. Yeah, it does seem like it is different, because I don't think these are the same enemies. I don't think these are the same enemies as before. Move over this way, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Just wait for this over here. Go in. There we go. Oh yeah, there's like barely any enemies now. Okay, just wait for these guys to move out of the way. Okay, I'm doing kind of good now. Is 21 a good score? I think I do get an achievement for getting a score of 20, don't I? I know I got an achievement for just getting a score of 10. Wait. Oh, okay, there was too much crap right there that I couldn't avoid. There's my new best, though. Yeah, 101. Total circles collected, that is. What is this color palette right here? Can I just see this? Okay, that really hurts my eyes. No. I don't want this. I do not want this. Oh no, I guess I need 25 in order to unlock the next one. Aw, damn it, I was only 1 point off. Okay, whatever. That's the guy who made the game, by the way, Kenny's son. Go support his game. It only costs $5 on Steam. It's still pretty cool. I'm gonna continue playing the rest of it off screen, because it's cool. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I really don't, guys. Yeah, that's just it. That's Circa Infinity. Go purchase it. Highly recommend it. Really darn cool. Like the aesthetic. Like the mechanics. I love the music. I love everything about this game. So just go play it. You won't regret it. I swear. I know I said that in one of my previous videos, but really, go and play it. It's worth the $5, for sure. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video I make. That's my watch beeping, telling me that it's already midnight, so I should probably just go to bed now. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.